2025 Seniors Matter. I hope everyone is doing wonderful, and of course you've made all your New Year's resolutions. I've only made one, and I'm going to fight hard to stick to it. And I don't know if I want to share it or not, because somebody might want to hold me responsible. So I'm going to keep that one to myself, but know that it is a good one, and I'm definitely going to try to do it. So welcome to Seniors Matter. I'm your host, Brenda Charles Edwards. We're live every Friday at 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on www.rainieravenueradio.world, your community radio station. That's, of course, if I'm not on vacation. You can also listen to us on YouTube, Facebook, and of course on the Rainier Avenue Radio App. We feature interviews with people that provide services or have valuable information for seniors, their families, and the community. Do you need financial documents notarized? Are you a person that needs documents read to you for clarity or completion? Just give me a call at Black Orchid Notary, 206-683-2636. Tell me where, I'll meet you there. Well, today, to start the year off, my guest is Noni Ervin. She's a community advocate and event organizer focused on empowering voices through cultural celebration and storytelling activities, or should I say initiatives. I'm not sure if Monica's going to make it with us, but Monica is someone else that is going to be involved in the Kwanzaa event tomorrow. And I'm going to let Noni tell you more about it. So, Noni, how are you? And welcome aboard.
Oh, I'm great. Hi, Miss Brenda. Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. Habari gani? What's the news? Today, if we're celebrating today, I think today is Kujichagulia, if we're celebrating all year, right? Okay. So I would love to hear about your New Year's resolution, but
I'll tell you offline.
Thank you for the invite. We are really excited about our 4th Annual Kwanzaa Awards. It is a moment to acknowledge and celebrate individuals and organizations who embody the 7 principles. We have 16 awards that we give out, one each for each of the principles. So umoja, unity, self-determination, collective work and responsibility, creativity, purpose, and faith. And I said the last 3 out of order, but we also have an nguzo. Go ahead.
Okay. I was going to say, before I forget, so a friend of mine is an honoree for one of your awards. And I was just curious of what category she was picked for. And her name is Twanda Hill.
Oh, okay. Well, let me take a look. She is an Ujamaa finalist. That's cooperative economics.
Okay.
Yes.
She has her own business. She's definitely an entrepreneur. So
yes. So the way we do all 7 principles, one for an individual, one for an organization, and then we also do an Nguzo Saba Award, both for individual and organization. There's no age limit or restriction. There's no geographic limit or restriction. We have awardees as far as Tanzania.
Oh my goodness.
On the east coast of Africa.
Wow.
We have folks who will be logging in online from all over the United States and also the United Kingdom, the Netherlands, Kenya, Tanzania. Wow. I haven't looked at the list this morning, but we through the work that we do in the classroom, we have a global classroom exchange. So we're excited to see some of our partners in France and Ghana come on as well. It's really fun because it's about us. Yes. The family, friends, and community are who nominate individuals and organizations. So okay. I don't nominate anyone. I don't even select them. Previous award recipients make the selection. So
nice.
Yeah, we figure if you receive the award and whether you are a Kwanzaa, somebody who celebrated Kwanzaa for decades, or you just now finding out about it, there's something about the awardees that where they have a sense of the award, and it comes down to the nomination. It's never a popularity contest. It's not about who writes the best nomination. It's not about quantity or quality. It's about just a genuine sense of the nomination, right? So we see nieces and nephews nominating their aunts and uncles, children nominating parents, parents nominating their children, parishioners, community members nominating businesses and friends and family. And, even, oh my gosh, this person is so wonderful. I can't believe I didn't even think of them. So that's my favorite part, is seeing the nominations come in.
So how many did you have this year?
I think we had about 60 nominations.
Wow.
Overall. Every year we get between 60 and 100, this being the fourth. Now the awards, and I'll back up. So the youngest nomination I think we got was maybe fourth grade.
Oh, really?
Yes. And they were just very close to being a finalist. So I say, keep going, keep going, keep going. Our young people are doing amazing things. Our elders are still doing amazing things. Everybody in the middle, keep it it's doing great stuff.
Right.
And the fun part is learning about each other, and the work that we're doing and celebrating that. And we try to keep as few rules off of it, except we set the rules. That's Kujichagulia. We define for ourselves, we speak for ourselves, and we created for ourselves the Kwanzaa Awards. So, yeah.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. So we have, I think 21 is the youngest awardee so far. And, in their 90s is the oldest award recipient.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yes. And it's really fun because I'm grateful to be part of the process. I'm always surprised every year at the names that come in. I'm like, oh, that's a great person to nominate. Oh, that's a great person. That's a great business. And then I wonder, well, how come we didn't hear about them before? Or how come we didn't see them before? But I think people are still learning. We're going into our fourth year. The last few years we've always been live, but it's been online. And it's because we try to do it the week after Kwanzaa, because that's when Kwanzaa is top of mind for everyone.
Right.
And get a chance to kind of see how this looks, what Kujichagulia looks like on Tuesday, what Ujima looks like on a Wednesday, what it looks like throughout the year instead of just during the week of Kwanzaa. And it's fun to look back now at the nominees or at the awardees for the categories and see who have been award recipients. And it's a tough task that the selection committee has, and I'm glad I don't have that job. I don't want it. It's too hard.
So, yeah. And just in case there's some of our audience tuning in today that doesn't know what Kwanzaa is or anything about the principles, could you just go over that like you're speaking to someone that doesn't know anything?
Yes, I'd love to. And that's actually a lot of the work that I do in the classroom too. So Kwanzaa is a Swahili word. It's spelled with one A at the end, Kwanza. That means first. And Dr. Maulana Karenga, who's in California, created the Nguzo Saba, which is the 7 principles, organized them for us, and drawing from the first fruits festivals that happen on all 4 coasts of the continent of Africa, tying in our ancient African past with our current African selves, right? The first Kwanzaa celebration was in 1966, and they had 7 children who were going to participate, but they only had 6 letters, so they added an extra A at the end because it wasn't going to change the enunciation or any of the characteristics of it. And so Kwanzaa with 2 A's at the end is our cultural celebration that happens every year, 7 days between December 26th and January 1st. It is not a religious holiday. We just did 7 days of Kwanzaa with Great Plains Black History Museum. And folks thought, oh, well, is it a Muslim religion? Is it a Jewish religion? Is it this? I said, my uncle was Buddhist. I have another uncle who was Rasta. My Baba or my dad is Christian. We put the tree up during December after my son's birthday, since he's a December baby. But the Kinara stays up all year because the Kinara is the candle holder and it holds the 7 principles, or the Mishima Saba, the 7 candles that represent the principles. And when you light them, you're illuminating the principle. That's the whole point of it, right? So it's not just about unity. It's illuminating what does unity look like. We struggle with it to find a point of agreement, figure out how we can do this together. It's not easy, or it would just be being done, right?
Right.
Speaking for ourselves, defining our things, naming ourselves. That's not easy because we always have other things that are trying to define us or put us in boxes, and I don't like boxes.
I was doing my little dance because I'm a December birthday too.
Hey, I love those December babies. Happy belated.
Thank you.
You know, I created the Kinara Park Kids, and it's seven youth. I think they're probably about early adolescents, preteens.
Mm-hmm.
And I created them because I went into a department store and saw a t-shirt with all kinds of children on it. I was getting a shirt for my younger son, and there were no children on it that looked like him. And I said, it's this 2017, all of these kids, and not one of them looks like my child. How can that be? And now it was a silhouette of children. So you say, well, in classroom, Miss Noni, how could you tell that your son wasn't represented? And I will tell you, because I could tell by their hair. Mm-hmm. It's pretty obvious. Mm-hmm. So I will put all the stuff down out of my hands, walked out of that department store. At the time, I was in the process of rewriting the book with my dad. He wrote 25 years ago called How to Celebrate Kwanzaa Year Round.
Oh, wow.
And so I had just had that I had it out on my bed. I actually had my sketchbook and my color pencils. And I started drawing what I wanted to see. And the first one that I drew was Imani, melanated. Mm-hmm. At the time, she had a single braid coming off the top of her head with yellow ballies and a yellow dress with a pleated skirt.
Oh, I love it.
And then when I put all of the Kinara Park kids together, I said, well, somebody needs to rock an afro. So Imani's going to rock an afro.
Okay.
And so they are every range of our melanated scale. They literally, every one of them represents somebody in my family. I made Umoja an athlete because he cares about bringing his friends together. Kuji Chagalia, or KG, as her friends call her, has 2 puffs off the top of her head, and she knows exactly what she speaks for herself, so no one speaks for her. Each one of them, their birthday.
What's her age?
What'd you say?
What's her age?
They are all, I would say, early adolescents, preteen. I say they don't have their driver's license yet.
Okay.
I made Ujima and Ujamaa twins because people always mix them up. And Nia is blue and wearing all blue because she's the visionary, purpose. Mm-hmm. Her and the way we tell the kids is she's blue. That's the color of the sky, and we're dreaming, right? When we're in the sky, we're dreaming.
Nice.
Kumba's in orange, and she has decorated her outfit. She didn't want it just the way it came. She changed it and made it her own creativity. And Imani is in yellow, which is the color of the sun. Mm-hmm. And the sun warms us and nourishes us and is substance. And faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things unseen.
All right.
So those are those are them. And what began as a mother's response, a family's response, has turned into a classroom curriculum that we are in public schools up and down the I-5 corridor, as well as a global classroom exchange with a whole school in Nairobi, Kenya, and students in Kenya, South Africa, Ghana, the Netherlands, France, and Canada.
So you're just a little international, huh?
We have both from preschool to post-secondary. And it is so much fun. When I say so much, it is my love's work. Now, my background is in business development and strategic organization. And so that's the work part that I do. That's just with supporting businesses and for-profit and nonprofit organizations to have capacity and scale and to put infrastructure in place. But my love is with the children and young people, and them understanding, because the kids get it really easily. They
Sure.
know what it means to have your own voice, and they know what it means to bring all of your gifts to the table so that everyone in the community can benefit from it, like Nia, right? Restoring our people to their traditional greatness. And so what we did is we said, well, if the kids get it so easily, how will we explain to the adults? And what we did is we said, oh, awards. We'll do awards. And so, but we didn't want to be the ones nominating. We want family, friends, and community to think about the principal and think about who reminds them. Mm-hmm. And they get a beautiful engraved plaque by a Black-owned plaque maker who I found in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Yes, she's amazing. Tony, she's awesome. And she's done our plaques the last 3 years. She's doing them this year as well.
Great.
And then we also give a cash prize. Oh. So the last few years and this year as well, they receive a $500 cash prize to go along with their beautiful plaque, and in the hopes that the principal will be encouraging, renewed in them. They'll have a sense of knowing that their community loves them, their family loves them, their friends love them and are thinking about them, and that they are an example for us. So it's so much fun.
So Noni, which principle is most important to you then, or which one you identify with, do you think? Or maybe it's all.
Well, I go through phases. So there was one 6-month stretch where it was just Imani. You couldn't talk to me about anything else, just Imani, Imani, Imani. I just felt like my grandmother was just right here on me, just like, because Imani is believing with all our hearts in our people, our parents, our teachers, our leaders, and the righteousness and victory of their struggle. And I really felt a sense of urgency with the work that we're doing, because there are important things that we want to hold from one generation to the next. And if we don't make provision for that, then we will lose them. Mm-hmm. If we don't explain, like if you don't tell me what's important from you growing up, I'll be like, oh, that doesn't matter. That's not that important, because I will not have heard from you. I will not have understood your experience or what something meant to you. And so, Imani, then, right now, I don't know. Right now, I'm just having fun with all of the principles. And that would be the Nguzo Saba, just all of them, because we have the Kinara Park Kids, we have the Kwanzaa Awards, we have the Kinara Park Kids Toys. I'm an author, so I wrote mini series where each one of the kids can tell their own story. I am Umoja, I am Kujichagulia. The first book introduces all of them. Kinara Park is shaped like the continent of Africa. Mm-hmm. They play intelligent games and they are aware of their heritage. I won't give it away, but we did a mini series during the pandemic, and I didn't realize that it was actually 8 books. I always think of the Kinara Park Kids as one, but it's really 7 of them. But when I, in order to introduce them, it's a whole collection. And so when we did our first global classroom exchange, the kids were amazed. They said, well, they look regular. How come there's nothing wrong with them? They didn't have some bad attitude or some negative thing associated with them. They were used to seeing either white children or animals. Rarely do they get to see Black children, and almost never do they see Black children in a positive light. And so what we've done from that is they said, Miss Noni, you have to translate these. And we had already planned to do that, but we expedited that. So the books have already been translated into French, Dutch, Swahili, and German. They will be in Spanish and an Afro-Caribbean language next. And then we have the toys. They are 4.5-inch toy they're not really figurines, but they're not action figures, so they don't move yet. They're on a stand. You can take them off the stand and play with them, or you can keep them on the stand and just look at them. But those are we're bringing the first 2 in this spring.
Do they have clothes?
They have they don't have changing clothes, but they're dressed just like they are in the book.
Okay.
So we figure between the translations and the fact that toys really speak any language,
right?
That the Dr. Mims, who has been a wonderful advisor and love of our work, and we miss her dearly.
Yes.
She says, I can't wait to hear the stories the children tell.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear the stories the children tell with the toys.
Right.
What will Umoja say to his friends, and what will KG, and and we're animating the books.
Oh.
A Black-owned animation company. And so we brought the Kinara Park kids to life on stage in Las Vegas in October last year.
What?
Yeah, and we're in 2025 now, so in 2023. And to see Umoja standing in front of me and to see Kuumba standing in front of me, I just lost it. It was so fun.
Oh, I guess. That's wonderful.
And so, we'll have everything. We'll have to cast the voices for the animation. Those will be Black children. Our theme music, we contracted with a junior in high school a few years back, and built in royalties for later. So come talk to Miss Noni about a contract. Don't let anybody take your ideas and run off with your talent. You put it in writing. If you're a minor, your parents have to sign and consent, because you cannot consent, and you have to protect your work. Absolutely. So that's what we do, is we teach them about the process. And we're working on a Kuumba project with students in Kent at Mill Creek, a mural, a student-led project. They learned in the process, they are learning about what an RFP is, a request for proposal, what a scope of work is, because I don't think they're used to too much to being asked to give their ideas. Mm-hmm. A lot of times, I do really love and appreciate educators, have some wonderful educators in my world, but the students that I'm working with, they are eyes just kind of glossed over, because they are not being stimulated in to bring their gifts to the table. Like, bring your gifts. They're told, well, don't show off, or don't do that in here. And I understand it can be a challenge, but that is the beauty of what we do, is we say, bring it all. Mm-hmm. Now, let's see what we have, and let's see how we can support you and mentor you and be part of that.
And I think that's part of one of the, I don't want to say downfalls and negative, but in public schools, I have subbed in public schools, and that's not what I see is kids are encouraged to do. And that's unfortunate, especially our children. But I know it's not easy being an entrepreneur, but what do you find fulfilling about your entrepreneurship?
I would consider my gift in business being able to take the visions of others and translate them into actuality. So I work with a lot of visionaries and dreamers. They want this, they hope to see this, these are the things they want, but they stay, those ideas have to be translated into operations and infrastructure and systems and process, or they actually don't get to the ground. Right. And so that's what I am able to do. And that's what I enjoy about the work I do, because I used to do that for other people. My office was in Bellevue, 12th floor. I had a great view. And I realized, so I am being expended. Like, I'm expendable, but I could feel like pieces of me were being just left in the office when I went home, and my family wasn't getting the fullness of me. And so my response was, well, let me take my gifts to my community. Mm-hmm. And so in 2018, I did that. And so I work with local organizations and businesses and nonprofits to support their organizational infrastructure and their strategic development. And they are doing some great things. And the goal is sustainability, that our work would not be in vain. God forbid that our amazing, wonderful ideas would be, we're restricted only by time and and equity, capital, actual dollars.
Yes.
So how do we work together to put something in place that benefits us? We can't do it by ourselves, but we have to figure out a way to do it together in a way that's sustainable for all of us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. This has been great. I can't wait to meet you in person and sit down and have lunch with you and chit chat, because this is great. It warms my heart. I have 2 minutes left in the show. I just want to say that, folks, you have an opportunity. You should not miss it. And it's going to be tomorrow from 12 to 3 p.m. and which is Saturday, January 4th. It's live in person. Like she said, they've been live, but it's been on Zoom. They're in person, so you can see and touch. And they're going to have all types of vendors, so you can buy too. And it's at the Royal Esquire Club, which is located in Columbia City, 5016 Rainier Avenue South, Seattle, 98118. Now, Noni.
Yes.
We're definitely going to have to talk. And hopefully I will get a chance to talk to Monica
Matthews, Queen Care. Is that who you're talking about?
Yes. And I've seen her shop from a distance. I have not gone in, but now I'm definitely going to go in because I read about her and what she has, and especially the spa house. I'm really curious about that.
Oh, and we have an announcement we're making at the awards, so you don't want to miss it. We can't wait.
Okay. Well, sounds good. And tell Monica I will be in touch with her, because I'd love to have her come on the show and talk about her business, because that's what this is about. Like I told you, it's not just about seniors. It's about the community, and seniors buy products and it's like, and what is a senior? Where does that start? Well, AARP says 50. So anyway, but this is the end of my show. I just want to thank everyone for listening. You know where to find me on Fridays at 12:30 to 1. And you can also listen to us on YouTube after the show. And you can listen to it anytime, actually, on YouTube. So take care. Be safe. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad I'm here to say that I'm glad you're here. And Noni, we will be talking soon. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing. Really appreciate this. Okay, I guess Noni's.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Okay, we'll talk soon. Bye, everyone. Class.